Hello children, uh, today we will do one very beautiful poem. The title of the poem is The Heart of the Tree, which has been written by the poet Culler Bunner, Henry Culler Bunner. Now in this very poem, we will see the importance of tree, the beauty of tree, the beauty of the tree which is a gift for the nature. So let us start with the introduction. Poet Henry Culler Bunner paints a picture of trees and the gifts that they provide us. In a very serene and simple poem, he questions humanity regarding some tough issues. The repetition of a question you will find in the poem, that whenever we will read the poem, there is one line which is being repeated always, and that is a poetic technique known as Hypophora, employed by the poet to emphasize the theme of the poem to his readers. Now, Hypophora or Antipophora is a figure of speech in which the writer presents a question and then follows with an answer. On the other, the rhetorical question is a question where the answer is implied or not necessary. Now let us start with the first stanza. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven Annie. For song and mother croon of bird, in hushed and happy twilight heard, the treble of heaven's harmony, these things he plants who plants a tree. So as we spoke earlier, that here the poem starts with a question and we call that as Hypophora or Antipophora, and itself it is being answered by the poet. So let us see the explanation of this poem. In the first stanza, the poem starts with a simple question, and that in the very next line the poet presents an answer. He answers that tree, as they grow to become friends with the sun and the sky, and so planting a tree is like making harmonious friends with other elements of nature. That means when we plant a tree and when it starts growing up and when it grows to its full, it becomes friends with the sun and the sky. Now how it becomes friends? Because it provides oxygen to the environment, and you could see it is friends with the sun because with the sun's rays it is able to make food, and the sky looks so clean and green. Entire environment is green, so that is, it is helping to make the nature a harmonious friend. The poet then goes on to compare the trees as flags flying freely in strong breezes like towering shafts of beauty and strength. Now the poet here compared the trees as the flags which are flying very freely with the help of the strong wind or breezes, which are like towering shafts. Now what are towering shaft? A narrow vertical passage for light or air of beauty and strength. As the stem of a tree grows, it resembles a formidable and majestic tower that reaches the sky. So when it grows high and high, it resembles that it's a very big and powerful tower. It appears like that tower, and it has been compared, the height of the tree when it grows, it has been compared with the tower, which is very big in size, which is very powerful, which is like reaching the sky. As trees provide nesting space for birds, so by planting the trees we provide them home, and in return hear their beautiful songs of praise for nature and environment. We are captivated by the melodies, the serenading birds at twilight. So we can see that the nests are being built in the trees by the birds. So the birds gets home when there are lots of trees. So by planting the trees, we provide them home, and in return what we get? The beautiful songs which are being sung by the birds in praise for nature and environment. So we all are captured and we are mesmerized by the melodies which are just moving in the air. Okay. The entire stanza emphasizes the benefits of the trees in providing overall harmony to nature, which he compares to heavenly peace. So it is almost like heavenly peace. Bunner ascribes goodness to the act of planting trees, and he even appreciates the people who are planting the trees, and it is almost equal to goodness. What? Planting of trees. Now let us see stanza 2. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bird of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eye shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. So the second stanza also starts with the same question, and similarly it follows by the poet's answer. Bunner says that the trees give us with cool shades and soft rain to provide us relief from the unbearable heat of the sun. He beautifully narrates the cycle of regrowth as the tree provides the seed and bird which develops into a new trees. This process leaves an indelible imprint of nature. The poet further describes the trees as the glory of the plain, meaning they provide the plains with green and beauty. So when we are talking about the birds and the seeds, we are just talking about the life cycle, that how the seed grows into a sapling, then into a plant, then into a tree, then again it dies, again from there the seeds are developed from the fruits, and again we have the process. So these things goes in the nature. He says if we plant a tree now, it will blossom into a future forest, which he calls a heritage of forest. He calls planting trees today will ensure we have a harvest for future age and people to come, which our future generation will benefit from. So if we plant now, the future generations will be benefited. They will be getting proper oxygen, food and flower and fruits from the trees. So Bunner points that to the fact that we have all these trees to admire only because people before us, who were the before generation, decided to plant the trees for the present age to reap the benefits from them. So we should also see that we should also plant for the future generation. The poet implicitly makes an appeal to trees in order to make the world a better place for future generations to come. So this is our very, very important responsibility, that we should enjoy our present generation and we should also plant for the future generation so that they will also have the same benefits, or you may say they will also enjoy the nature like anything. Let us see the third stanza. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and forecast thought of civic good, his blessings on the neighborhood. Who is the hollow of his hand, holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea, a nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. So Berner here equates planting trees to displaying your love and respect for your society and humanity. That means when you plant trees, you are showing your love and respect for your society and humanity. It serves a human being's civic responsibilities and duty towards the environment. By sap and leaf and wood, the poet illustrates that all these blessings are present in every part of the tree. The capitalized his highlights that the planting of the tree shows a level of sensitivity and benevolence. It brings a level of importance to the trees and their role in creating a prosperous future for mankind. So planting a tree is a part of building a nation and society and ensuring its progress from sea to sea. The thought behind the act of planting tree is truly good and progressive. So the key thought we may see from this poem is that Henry Culler Bunner thus writes a unique appeal through his unconventional but simple poem, The Heart of the Tree. The poem praises the satisfaction one gets in planting a tree. The various elements of nature like the sky, sun and wind also are in true friendship with trees. With shade and rain, trees bring comfort to people and animals. Therefore, one who plants the trees brings joy and blessings to the neighborhood, society and environment. There is a strong relationship between men and trees, and for our survival, we need to ensure that the trees keep growing like beautiful towers that reach the sky. Now children, here we can see you all have done this rhyming scheme on rhyming words. So there are few rhyming words which I would like to say loudly to you. Like we have sky high, tree free, bird heard. Okay. Then also we have like rain again, tree be. Okay. Heritage age. So all these are sea tree, all these are having the similar sounds at the end, so we call it a rhyming words. So I hope this very poem is clear to you. The only key thought of this poem is that planting a tree is almost equal to doing something good to the society, and we should always plant a tree so that what we are enjoying, our future generation should also enjoy. So children, go through the poem and write the word meanings in your literature copy, and if possible draw the picture of a tree in your copy. So till then, goodbye and thank you.